We've talked figures, magazines, photos, autographs, but we really haven't talked a lot about cards yet here on the vlog. Um, Certainly, like everything else, I'm a bit of a different collector from the norm when it comes to cards. I don't get them graded. I don't do grading. I know my autographs are authentic, so I don't need them authenticated. And I don't, I see a lot of card videos out there, and and even photos where they won't touch them. They'll wear gloves or other things. To me, it's like these are items that are, I mean, they're great, they're collectible. We want to keep them nice, but they are just that. I guess if you're collecting for profit, it's, ooh, don't touch. But me, I mean, even as a kid, I remember kids, coming in my house visiting, and they'd say, "You let me touch your toys, you let me play with them." The other kids are like, "Oh, don't." I'm like, I don't care. That's why you're here. You're here to see me. No, really though. I mean, I'm just not anal about it. I remember one time on Twitter years ago, there was a guy who, I mean, he just seemed to collect for money, which is fine. Some people do that. That's fine. I mean, I like to say, oh, this is worth that, but it's not like, it's not why I collect. But he actually got mad at me because I'm like, I'm not going to, he's like, you need to grade your cards. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't like it. I don't believe in it. And that's that, Now, if you recall, I did the video where I opened the wax pack of the 87 tops. And I did say I may send some of those out to get graded. I haven't looked into it yet because honestly, I would sell them if they got like a really high grade and it was a really popular card. So if it's for, just purely for profit, fine, because people buy into that. Personally, I don't. But for me, I don't need that. And honestly, my stuff, it's been out there so long in the public eye and people have asked for it for so long that when the retirement, or God forbid, the death sale happen, the retirement sale hopefully will happen. Not the death sale, but when that happens in 20 years, the retirement sale, hey, my stuff is going to go for as much as it would graded. So, because again, it's been in the public eye. People know the collection. Everybody knows JW's collection, right? Of course you do. So let's take a look at some cards that some you might remember from your childhood or your earlier days. Some you may never have seen before. I just randomly picked 5 autographed cards, and I will say that the cards that I celebrate are autographed. If it was a rare card and it didn't have the autograph and it wasn't something that I was going to get autographed, I'd be more inclined to sell it. I did sell an autograph card for a very, 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 very large amount of money. It was a Mike Enos WCW autograph card that you were supposed to pull from the packs. Well, as the story goes, I guess he got released, so he never sent the cards back, and he would just randomly send them to fans, give them to fans, whatever you want to say. I got a hold of one, I had it in my collection, and somebody made me a ludicrous offer for it, and I took it. Anything you see here, ludicrous offer, we're talking 4 figures, hey, throw me. Nothing here is worth 4 figures, but anyway, let's take a look. For a lot of us, it started with the Topps 85, Topps 87, and of course the Topps 87, which again, we did the unboxing, unwaxing, unpacking, whatever you want to call it, a couple months ago, back in August, yeah, because that's when I picked up the pack. The one that everybody wants now, again, to grade to say they have the best one, is the Bret Hart rookie. And there it is right there, that's it. A lot of us remember it. That's the Bret I love. I'm not the biggest Bret fan in the world. His era isn't my favorite when he was on top. But I respect a lot of people who are big fans of his. I am a fan of the Hart Foundation era Bret, and that's what this represents. And he did sign it. And Mick Maz, Mike Rips, your favorite food vlogger, follow him, remembers when this got signed. $5 Bret autographs. True story. True story. You were there, Mike. You remember it. Right there. Going with that theme in the cards that we grew up with, we're going to go back to the 85 set that I mentioned. And again, like $5 autographs. I don't think you were there for this one, Mike Rips, but Roddy Piper did the same show. It was an indie show. And you notice something here. It's signed Hot Rod. And I wanted to point that out. When I was looking through the album, I wanted to just pull some ones that I could really give a little story behind. Now behind me, you see the classic Rowdy Roddy Piper autograph on a classic PWI cover. This is signed Hot Rod. You don't see too many Hot Rod signatures out there. I want to say that if you ever see a signed card, signed as Hot Rod, and it's like, well, any price, but like if if it's not going for any money because somebody thinks it's fake, it's probably real. Because I have 4 or 5 cards. Again, they were signed like $5 real fast. He was great as he always was, but it was just like a little indie show. He just signed my cards Hot Rod, and I mean, it's really cool. It's different. It fits on the card. It doesn't take it up, and it's real. I mean, so if you ever see one, you're like, oh, he didn't sign his Hot Rod. He did. Because that's the kind of thing that people tend to... People, especially on social media, tend to take their opinion and present it as fact when they don't know any better. I had a couple people do that this past week, the past 7 days, about one of my vlogs here. It's actually one of the most viewed vlogs of all time of mine. 2 people did that about it, and I'm like, you need to get your facts straight before you talk. That's all I'm going to say, and we'll talk about that. I'm not going to talk about it here, but yeah, so just if you see a Hot Rod autograph, signed Hot Rod, it could be real, because I have like 4 or 5 of them. Also in the 80s, Crockett got into the card game, and some of you will remember them, some of you won't. The Wonderama set, made by a company called Wonderama. It's a huge set. I mean, it is absolutely huge. The cards are, I mean, there are some really cool ones, like Arn here with the belt. Others, like, there's like, I think a Robert Gibson where he's not even in the picture. Like, he's like halfway out. Very odd choice of photos they used. There's a ton of cards in the set, just hundreds. And Wonderama never really took off. They were going to do a lunchbox. There's a prototype of a lunchbox out there. But they're fun cards. They have some of the women's troop led by Misty Blue. So you got like Comrade Orga has a card. And when a lot of these people were still alive, I mean, they were great to take to the NWA fan fests, because a lot of those people showed up there. I mean, you had like George South, my buddy David Isley. They have cards in this set, and that's like their only merch. So, you know, it's a great set. I have just tons and tons of these signed. I mean, all the biggies: Dusty, Flair, Sting, all the Horsemen, including Ole. Both Ole cards. Ole hated his card. We'll show that in a future one. His cards, I should say. Oh God, did he hate them? I love Ole. But here is the Arn, as you can see, signed. And nowadays, his people, whoever brings them in, probably charge you like $80 to get a card signed, because it's absolutely ridiculous. Arn, you've priced yourself out of the market. Get with the program. Get back to normal prices. You are one of the worst. Love you, Arn. You're the enforcer. One of my favorites, probably in my top 15 if I made a top 15. But you need to bring your prices down. You're not doing anybody any good sitting there, oh, $100 to sign a figure. I'm glad I got my figure signed earlier. We'll leave that at that. Yes, I called out Arn Anderson. I don't care. So when it changed to WCW, the Crockett, NWA, Turner buyout, whatever you want to say, there was a few sets. Everybody remembers the Impel set. And then, of course, the Championship Marketing set with the black. They were really kind of sleek looking. I like those. Great memories of the Impel set, even though, I mean, they're worthless. But similar to the Impel set, but only in Germany, was the top set. 91, 92, 91, I think. I'm holding one, but can't remember what year it is. There's Missy, signed. And you can see it looks a lot like the Impel set, but they're a little better. They're a little more card-like. The Impels are kind of like, I don't know, plasticky. All different photos. And there are some mistakes. I think there's like a Diamond Stud mark, Jimmy Garvin marked Diamond Stud, or vice versa. I mean, it's just, there's a one-man gang misprint. There's a Butch Reed. Is it Butch Reed marked Arn, or vice versa? Or Butch Reed marked Ron Simmons, or vice versa. Yeah, so these are nice. Missy signed hers real nice in the silver. Missy's in the Wonderama set too. She has 2 in there. I have those signed. I was gonna grab one of those, and then I was like, I'm gonna grab this Missy. Yeah, love Missy. There she is, looking good as always. And a set that is hard to get signed because they're 3D, but is popular, even though it was in the new generation, is the action-packed WWF sets. Actually, there was 2, or were 2. And the first set had randomly inserted Randy Savage and Undertaker autograph cards. And here is the Randy Savage autograph card. Now you can pull the gold foil Savage and Undertaker card separately, but there were signed ones, and there it is, Macho Man. And yeah, I picked this up years ago. I guess he was still alive. I think he was, but he wasn't. It was near around that time. Just dirt cheap. I mean, you'd puke if you found out what I paid for this, but that's how I roll. The thrifty collector. Imagine that. But should I be the thrifty collector or the anti-influencer? Maybe we'll take a vote. But anyway, there he is, Randy Savage, the authentic autograph card, and they are numbered on the top. And that is my only Randy Savage autograph card that I have. Yeah, we're not giving this one up. Make me a 6-figure offer. Well, 4 figures. I'm kidding. But yeah, that's just a random smattering of cards, 5 cards that I thought we'd look at. We'll be looking at plenty more cards. I mean, I have a binder full. Oh my God, he keeps autographed rare cards in a binder. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a 1-of-1 Hulk Hogan in there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, folks. It's how I collect. Buy me out if you want to preserve the stuff. I'll take retirement money, and retirement money isn't cheap because I want to live high on the hog when I retire, because we know that ain't going to happen. There ain't going to be no retirement money for any of us, right? Right? You know it. So thanks again for checking it out. If this is your first time, because I know there's a lot of first-time viewers because of the popularity of the Hogan set short I did, and then the G.I. Joe video, that was the one I was referencing before. If this is your first like regular wrestling vlog from me, full length, please like and subscribe. Love to have you here. I'm going to do another video this week, pending, but I'm pretty sure that's going to go to one of those videos I just mentioned. It's a little companion piece, and I think you'll enjoy it. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to Mike G. Love you, man. Great seeing you the other day, and we'll be back with another vlog, I think, this week.